to my channel, Dear Darcy 101, where we're pretty much going to be talking about weight loss, entrepreneurship, lifestyle. Today, we're here to talk about how your girl lost 30 pounds in 2 months, so stay tuned and don't go nowhere. Alright, so, oh my god, y'all, I'm so excited to talk about this topic today. I could cry. I mean, I have done this, trying to lose weight probably my whole damn life, okay? I have always been on the bigger side of the spectrum, and so for me to finally lose a good chunk of weight, it just feels so good. Oh, and let's say welcome to Miss Aaliyah, my baby girl. Okay, it just feels so good, y'all, to be on this weight loss journey and to actually have lost 30 pounds so far. I honestly still have a long way to go, but this is the most I've ever lost, so I just really need to document this and talk about this, and maybe if I can help somebody out too, then that's a plus. All right, so let's get into it. How your girl went from that weight to that weight. Now I know some of you are probably like, we did our math and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's not 30 pounds. Okay, I get it, it's not. But when I first started this process, I did not take a picture. When I woke up one morning, honestly, y'all, I woke up one morning and I was just like, let's step on the scale, because it's kind of heavy. I can't breathe, I'm huffing and puffing, let's see. And y'all, that thing had the audacity to say 229. I think the Lord spoke to me that morning. He told me, hello, wake up. We are not about to be 230. No ma'am. No ma'am. We are 30 pounds lighter. Oh, okay. So there was a lot of things that did contribute to this weight loss. But I'm going to mention 4 main things. And the 4th one, honestly, half of you guys won't be able to do it. It is what it is. And for the half that is able to do it, you probably not doing it right now. You probably will never do it, or you might do it later in the future, or you might have done it in the past, who knows, but we'll talk about that subject when we get there. Yes, moving on. Let's talk about number 1, the first thing, mentality. Okay? Mental. Okay? You have to be mentally prepared for this. All right? You guys, seriously, all jokes aside, if you're not mentally ready, then it's just not gonna happen. It's as simple as that. You gotta have the willpower. You gotta have the motivation to do it. Every day you gotta tell yourself. I think one thing that helped me this time around was the fact that I stopped calling it a diet. I said, this is not a diet. This is a lifestyle change. This is a lifestyle goal. I plan to do this for the rest of my life. So when I would do this in the past, I would say it's a diet, right? Okay. No sugars. No carbs. No fats, oils, none of that. I would cut it all off. Restriction. And that first week, it will be a struggle. It will be the biggest struggle of my life. I would do it though, and I would lose a good chunk of weight. I would be like 7 pounds lost in that first week, y'all. What's up? Hello, But then the next week, what would happen, y'all? Because I know the same thing might happen to y'all too. You still struggling because you want what you want. You've been having, ice cream and, donuts and cookies and cakes your whole damn life, and you're just gonna automatically go cold turkey and cut it off. Your body's looking at you like, that's funny. Let me tell you something. You're gonna be like, I want what I want. And then you're gonna go to Krispy Kreme because you're gonna see the hot sign on. And you're like, I'm just gonna get 1 glazed donut. That's it. Yeah, right. You go get that 12 pack dozen donuts and you eat all 12 in one day. Don't act like we ain't done it. We've all done it. Just like that. It's gone. Your whole week is gone. And your mentality just goes away after that, because now you feel like you messed up. Which you did. You ate 12 donuts in one day. You messed up. Let's be real. But you mess up, and then you just like F the whole week, and you fall off the train. You gotta start thinking, you know, I mess up one day, that's fine. I got my whole life to fix it. So, mentality, okay? First things first, mental. Can't go nowhere without that, all right? Second thing, intermittent fasting. Yes, y'all, that worked for me. I am still doing it now. I absolutely love it, and I'm bouncing because I'm bouncing my child, okay? So y'all just bear with the bouncing, all right? Intermittent fasting. It's when you fast for one period of time and you have an eating window for one period of time. People do it differently. It just depends. Some people do 16 hours fasting, 8 hours eating, or 18 hours fasting, 6 hours eating, or what they call OMAD, only eat once a day. Not me. But to each his own, right? Whatever works for you. And that is why I love intermittent fasting so much, because it is a tool. A tool. Okay, it's a tool. My time for eating is my open eating window. My open eating window is from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Now, I want to stress this. Intermittent fasting is a tool, okay? It helps you to, you know, help lose the weight. It's not an automatic life-changing thing. Oh, if I eat in this period of time, I'm going to lose weight quickly. That brings me to number 3. Because that show was 6. 3. Calorie deficit. Okay? All these fads out here, including intermittent fasting, keto, you know, want to go vegan, pescatarian, whatever have you, it will not work if you are not in a calorie deficit. Okay? So going back to what I did, number 3 being my intermittent fasting. If you are in that window and you say, I want to go to McDonald's, give me another 2 quarter pounder extra large with the sweet tea, give me that cinnamon roll too. Girl, come on. And then you say, okay, that was for lunch. Now for dinner, I'm about to have me this steak over here with this broccoli. I'm doing well. Let me just add in some baked potato, but let's make it a loaded baked potato. Let's have some bacon bits, some cheese, some sour cream, some, you know, whatever else the hell I want. Let me get that Coke too. And then for dessert, I'm gonna give me that red velvet cake. Come on now. Come on. Y'all know. Just because you ate all that in between 12 and 8 p.m., do not think, oh, I'm going to lose weight. No, ma'am. You about to gain. Okay? So, yes, number 3 is huge. You have to be in the calorie deficit. And there are lots of apps out there to help you with this. The one I use is MyFitnessPal. Don't run away, people. Do not run away. I know people hate calorie counting. I do too. And it was a little bit difficult to do in my lifestyle, because like I said, I got 3 kids, okay? My work and everything that I do in my life, I didn't really have the time. But guess what? You need to make time. Make time, all right? Because unless you're somebody who is constantly in the kitchen cooking, that, you know, you've been doing this for a while now and you can eyeball something, it can really tell what, you know, measurements are, what something is, like a tablespoon, what's a teaspoon, you know, what's a cup, then you're not going to know. You're going to think you know, but you're going to probably be way off. Trust me. Until I started actually measuring things, putting things on a scale, I had no clue. A lot of times it's wrong. And you don't have to calorie count for your whole life. Again, like I said, once you get used to doing this, you kind of can eyeball it after a while. I was able to eyeball it after a while. I started making the same meals. I was big on that turkey wrap. Y'all couldn't tell me nothing. So I already knew the type of wrap I got. It was 50 calories. 2 eggs. Okay, that's like 140 calories. Once I got the cheese, and cheese like 1/4 cup, I think was the serving for it. Once I was able to add that up, I was like, okay, that one meal is like 300 calories or something. And like I said, I've done it enough time. I poured enough salsa on there, and I kind of could eyeball it. So you don't have to do it all the time. But trust me when I say this to you guys. If you're not under what MyFitnessPal tell you to be under or right at that number, don't think you're going to lose the weight. Oh, and another thing. You have to add the things people tend to forget to add. What did you cook that chicken in? Oil? Vegetable oil? Olive oil? Sesame seed oil? Grape oil? Something. Butter? Did you include that? No, you probably didn't. You know? One thing that let me see, what else? Oh, and another thing too, why counting your calories is so important. Me and my girlfriend was talking, and she was like, Darcy, I eat healthy all the time. I shouldn't have to count calories. So I was like, okay. What are you eating? You know? And she would be like, oh, 1 tablespoon. No, I'm sorry. She would be like, oh, I'm eating that, I be loving my pecans, and I like nuts, and I'm looking at her like, and she like that almond butter, like I use that instead of peanut butter now. Salad, like I love my Caesar salad. Okay. Now, that Caesar salad have croutons in it? Did you include that? That Caesar dressing, how much was that? I bet you one package like 90 calories right there. That almond butter, girl, 2 tablespoons of almond butter. We talking like, it got to be like 140 or something. She done talked halfway through this whole video. And if y'all stayed with me during her talking, I appreciate it. I'm sure all the mamas did, because they understand. Hell, y'all probably was able to ignore her like I do sometimes. But she's a big impact to number 4. Breastfeeding. Like I said earlier in the video, half of y'all, sorry men, can't do it. And half that could, women, either you're not breastfeeding now, you got no plans to breastfeed because you don't want no damn kids, or you do want some kids, but you ain't just gonna have them right now, or whatever your reason it may be. You ain't doing it right now. So I have to contribute it though, because she is a big part of my life, and it helped me. Ain't that right? So, from what I read, and y'all can tell me in the comments if I'm wrong, but from what I read, breastfeeding can lose up to about 500 calories a day. Girl, yes. Yes. Up to 500 calories a day. I gotta check on that. I'm gonna check and make sure and insert the number just in case I'm wrong. And I know some of y'all like, oh girl, you cheating, 500 a day, you cheating. But guess what? I carried this child for 9 effing months, okay? I went through hell and back with her, okay? All the crap she put me through, okay? I deserve that 500 a day. And the fact that I'm still breastfeeding her, I deserve it. She's 5 months. I deserve all of that. Now on the other side, for those who ain't never breastfed or whatever, y'all understand, breastfeeding makes you hungry. Hungry. Hangry, okay? Because for all the women out there who's breastfeeding, y'all know, if all women out there was breastfeeding, we would not be no jelly beans. We'd be up in here some Slim Jims, and we ain't. Okay, we ain't Slim Jims, we jelly beans. So we'd be hungry. I mean, if it's burning, if you didn't make milk, you got to work. Your body is working. And it says, I need energy. I need food to produce energy, to produce this freaking milk. So feed me, woman. Forget the healthy stuff. It's just like when you're pregnant, you be craving stuff. Y'all, some of y'all might feel like it's a cheat, but breastfeeding, and when you're able to stay healthy with it, it really does help. It really does help. Oh, and let me say this one thing too before y'all start thinking something. Before I started this process, my baby weight had already came off, okay? I'm not including my baby weight on my weight loss journey. I had already lost the weight because I didn't start doing this until she was 3 months. I had lost all the weight. I'm not a person who gains much weight when I'm pregnant anyway. I think at the most it was like 15 pounds, maybe 15 to 20 pounds. So it was all gone. When I pushed her out, I swear I pushed all that out with it. So yeah, I had started at my initial like pre-baby weight. So, and yeah, so now we are 30 pounds lighter. Yes, yes. Thank you guys for staying with me during this whole process. Number one, your mentality gotta be right, boo. It gotta be right. Number two, intermittent fasting. Number three, calorie deficit. And number four, breastfeeding. Okay, there will be more videos, so stay tuned. In fact, my next one, I'm already planning on doing that one, actually right after this one, hopefully, if she lets me do it, will be if you're able to intermittent fast and breastfeed at the same time. Because if you're a mama, you know the struggle that can be. If you like the video, oh my gosh, like, subscribe, notifications, all that jazz. Y'all gonna make me so happy if y'all stayed for this. Bye.